248. That's the number that we're gonna focus on for this video because it's the highest I got in weight. That's the highest number I've seen on the scale. It could have been higher at some point, but when I stepped on it, when I decided I'm gonna make a change, that's the number I saw, man. And it was definitely way too high. And I didn't like that. So this video is gonna be the start of a series just talking about what I did to get to where I'm at in 3 months. That took me from this to this. 248 is the highest I got to, and I got down to 203 pounds in 3 months. So that is over 40 pounds in 3 months, and if I could do it, you could definitely do it. Me personally, I work a very active job. I'm constantly walking, I'm constantly lifting. I pretty much work out for my job, and on top of that, I got my diet right, and I work out at home, and I'm hooping every week. So with all that combined, it was pretty simple for me, and if I could do it, you could definitely do it. Cutting the canes out, cutting the McDonald's out, any of the bad food is the easiest step, and the rest is just dialing in, locking in, and the rest is easy, man. Now, I'm not gonna say I'm where I wanna be, but I'm definitely happier where I'm at now compared to where I was when I started. And at any given time, anybody could get out of shape, they could gain weight. It could happen to anybody. Obviously, it's easier for some people than others, but me personally, I started gaining weight probably like 2 years ago. Since high school, I was always in high school, I was pretty small. Like I never really got like above like 180 pounds, which I felt big then. But now I realize I was tiny. I was real small. So I am a father now, so I don't get to stay active as much as I'd like. I've had to make compromises, and now I see that. And I also got in my first relationship, it is true what they say about relationships. You definitely gain weight, that happy weight, as people would like to say, and it's true. I never once thought I would even get over 200, let alone almost 250 pounds. But all that other stuff is for another video. So this is the beginning of my journey. Let's get right into the video. Now, these pictures were in June of this year. Now, I wouldn't say this was the beginning of my journey, but it was more so when I started dialing in like an actual strict diet plan, which I can get more into that later, and started making like strict changes. And as you can see, I was definitely not happy where I was at. And I genuinely, because I work at my job, I'm constantly lifting things, I'm constantly walking. I know people talk about getting to that 10,000 step mark, where a lot of days I'm walking 20,000 plus steps, and this is the first job I've had to do that. So I'm thinking I'm doing a lot. Little did I know I was eating way more than the work I was putting in, because I would do that, I would come home, I would play basketball, I would work out, but I was still gaining weight. But in my head, I didn't think I looked bad because my muscle tone was getting better, and I was getting size in my arms, and in some places it was good, but overall it was not. It was my downfall. So I also gained a lot of weight because I was eating a lot of unhealthy foods and eating way too much food, and it became normal, and I got accustomed to eating so much. This is when I knew I had to make a change, and from that day forward, I cut a lot of bad stuff out of my diet. I made a lot of positive changes, not just in my diet, but just in my everyday life. Walking more, working out more consistently, and most of all, I don't count my calories, but I take mental notes of where I'm at, and I make sure that I'm not over what I should, because in order to lose weight, you do need to be in a calorie deficit and stay in that calorie deficit and just know what you're doing. Because a person like me did not realize I was eating sometimes probably 4,000, 5,000 calories a day, which is more easy to do than you think, and that's why a lot of people are overweight, and that's why I got overweight. So I went ahead and calculated my calorie intake where I'm supposed to be for the weight that I wanted to get to, and it was around 2,600 calories, and to me that still felt high. So I started aiming for about that 2,000, 2,200 calories, and that worked for me. So my advice to you is to go ahead and go on Google. It's simple, and type in calorie deficit calculator, and it's very easy to do, and just stick to that. And another thing is just eat better foods. Don't eat fast food, don't eat processed meat. Just stick to whole foods and foods that are gonna make you fuller and that you can eat less, man. We can get into that in another video as far as diet plan goes, because it's not as hard as people make it seem, but it just gets so, it's so easy to eat bad, especially in the world we live in today with easy access to bad foods, and the bad foods are the cheaper foods. So these pictures were in July, so about a month had passed, and I'm sticking to my diet plan. I pretty much did not cheat any days at all, even on the weekend. I'm eating the same thing consistently, which you don't have to do. You could spice it up. A lot of people calculate their meals and they meal prep and they have a lot of variety and they're not have to eat the same thing every day. For me, it was personally easier to just stick to the same thing every day and eat that. And the results came fast. I didn't really have to think about it too much. I always kept my mind busy, so I didn't really get tempted to eat bad. But you could already see progress in these pics. And once I saw the progress, that made it so much easier for me to stick to it, because I was on a mission to get to where I wanted to be, and it was working, man. So for the people that are out there that are trying to do the same thing, just find something that works for you and stick to it. Don't worry about what everybody else is thinking. Don't worry about how fast the progress is happening. But if you're putting in the work, the results are going to come, man. So let's get on to the next month. Now, these pictures were in August. Now, this is the month where I went super hard. I started working out like 4 times a week. Also hooping. On the days I didn't work out, I went to go hoop. And usually I hoop for about 2 hours in a session. So I was upping my activity a lot. And I just stuck to easy workouts that I could do. Like for cardio, I don't really like running as much unless I'm hooping. So I would jump rope. Here and there I would run, but I would incorporate jump roping every day. Even if I wasn't working out that day, I would jump rope because I'm trying to lose weight. So I would focus on cardio. Here's some clips of workouts I was doing. I would do shoulder shrugs to grow my traps and my shoulders, push-ups, a lot of push-ups to get my chest and my arms right. And obviously I would do other things too, but those are the main things I would focus on. I would try to do core at least a couple times a week and just try to work out everything. But my main goal was losing weight. I wasn't trying to gain muscle, that much muscle. I wasn't really trying to put on weight. So I didn't really focus on weight training. I did a lot of calisthenics and a lot of just stuff I could do at home. I did not have a gym membership through this whole process, which made it even easier because I could just get home from work and go straight to grinding. So again, you just gotta do what is easy for you and what makes sense, and the results will come. So these pictures right here were in August, and like I said, this is what really was boosting my confidence, made me go harder and harder and harder. And to this day, I'm still sticking to my diet and I'm still going hard, and I'm planning on making even more crucial changes to get to the next step. Because like I said, this is only a 3-month process and I'm gonna go further. Like I said, this is just a little video talking about my 3-month journey, not really any specifics, not getting too much into detail. If y'all want to know what I was eating, my diet plan, like any of my routines that I was doing, I will be dropping another video for that. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section below and we can get into it. This channel is going to be doing a complete 360. I'm going to focus more on lifestyle, family, and fitness. So right now, this is just a video to touch bases and see where I'm at. And whatever videos y'all would like to see, just let me know in the comment section. This is Playboy. Now I'm playing. This is the Life of Shavi now, and we out. Gang.